Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. How are you doing, Nick?
I am doing great, thanks.
That's all you got for me. You're so short today. I'm doing good. We have our little space heater on, you guys, and I'm hot and cold at the same time.
I love a space heater. It's not even like cold here in Florida, really. Like
No,
it's been like
today.
very nice out.
It's
like
supposed to be
70s.
up to like 80 degrees this coming week. I'm
not looking forward to that at all.
But obviously, none of that is going to be what we're talking about in this video. I want to talk about Ash Trevino. I have an update for you guys. Then I want to talk about something that came across my For You page on TikTok that was a blast from the past. I want to talk about Forbidden from Myspace. And then I want to talk about this shocking transformation that Jaclyn Hill posted over on TikTok that has the girls gagged.
Gooped.
But before we jump into that, here is a word from today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan.
Imagine this. Suddenly you're in a life-altering car crash and your world is turned upside down. You're dealing with medical bills, lost wages, and pain, while insurance companies lowball you and offer you pennies for your suffering. You try to fight back, but you're up against corporate legal teams with deep pockets. And that's where today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, with over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. Here are some things to consider. Morgan & Morgan recovered $12 million in Florida, stated to be 34 times what the insurance offered, and in Philadelphia secured $26 million, which is said to be 40 times the insurance best offer. And for those seriously hurt, they suggest injuries could be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan has modernized the injury law process. You can submit a claim, communicate with the legal team, all from your smartphone. And the fee is absolutely free unless you win. They've recovered over $20 billion for clients. All law firms are not the same. They're the biggest because they win a lot. The process to sign up is very simple. You sign up and Morgan & Morgan takes it from there. Their attorneys equipped with experience and technology will fight for your rights if you become their client so you can focus on recovery. And they offer support with their team, all accessible right at your fingertips. For those of you that have been hurt, you can visit forthepeople.com/Dustin for more information. Because when you're hurt, remember Morgan & Morgan is for the people.
So I feel like as a millennial, MySpace will always hold like a special place in our heart. We were like coding, making web pages. We were doing all the fun things that nobody has to do anymore because the AI basically took it away, right? We all at least had one friend on MySpace. We had Tom.
Where is Tom?
Who knows?
Has anyone seen Tom?
I think he's probably living his best life. Didn't he sell MySpace for like $600 million or something?
He sold that for. MySpace was great. I never really cared for Facebook. I still don't care for Facebook. So if they want to bring MySpace back, I think it's a little weird though. You can log into your old MySpace. I figured out my password and only a few like of the photos and like no the videos are available.
Yeah, I had that same thing happen to me because I was missing a lot of pictures because the tea was really in the photo bucket, girl. Everybody put their tea in the photo bucket. I don't even remember what my email was for that.
I have no idea, but I know that my photo bucket was messy.
I bet it was lit though.
It was.
But speaking of lit, this video of Forbidden came up, and if you didn't know who Forbidden was, she was like one of the biggest people over on MySpace. She had the most friends up there with like Jeffree Star, which ironically he is in this video that I want to show you guys.
This is Christine Dolce here, aka Forbidden. I am here at the 2-year MySpace party concert, getting ready to party. Woo!
She has the most friends on MySpace there is. I see her every single day. She's on my top 8. It's awesome.
Actually, I was one of the first members to join. I'm about number 14,000 on MySpace, and there's 75 million members now.
Hi, MySpace. Happy birthday.
Girl
power at MySpace.com. Every other site sucks my ass.
Introduce yourself.
I'm the world's most hated person on earth, Jeffree Star. Hi.
But I love him to death. I love you, and actually we're filming this right now, so maybe I can send it to you to show you that it's really neat.
That's fucked up.
Okay, I love you, Kevin. Have a good night. This is Christine Dolce, aka Forbidden from MySpace.
Stuff like this just makes me feel so old. Yeah. It really does. But
I mean, have you seen Tila Tequila?
Oh.
Have you seen her recently?
Yes.
Oh, she's like on like a religious like psychosis.
She's crazy. Do you remember when her grift was? She is the original everybody send me $1. Do you remember she had everybody sending her $1?
She said if everybody sends her $1 and they sign it, because she had 1 million people on MySpace, then she would put it in a room in her house. Like, bitch, who is falling for that?
Girl, she literally that. That's
you know, because those people are gonna send that $1. She's gonna like photocopy it and she's gonna put that on the wall and like keep the money. Remember when she was dating, who was it, the Johnson & Johnson heir?
Yes.
And she died?
Yeah, didn't she,
Yeah.
like, I feel like Tila Tequila, didn't she have, like, an incident where she, like, fell and hit her head or
She had
something?
a lot of incidents.
And she was talking about, like, the Illuminati and all this different stuff. Do you remember when she came for Nikki Tutorials?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. But I love when stuff like this comes across my For You page. It just makes me feel really nostalgic. I love nostalgic content. And I wanted to share it with you guys. Let me know if you remember who Forbidden was. Unfortunately, she has since passed on, and it's been some time now. I think she passed away several years ago. And I do think that this was Jeffree Star's, like, very, very first face. But you guys, let me know what you think about MySpace Forbidden, if you remember it, and who was in your top 8. Was Jeffree Star in anybody's top 8 back in the day?
No.
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't remember who was in my top 8. But when you remove somebody from the top 8,
Yeah.
oh, people
They get
got
bothered.
pissed.
Real upset.
Real pissed.
So we have updates with Ash Trevino, and I swear my For You page over on TikTok is nothing but her. And apparently she's really been going through it because her accounts keep getting banned. They take them down, and then somehow she gets them restored. But over the past several days, people from her past have been coming out exposing her. I believe one of her ex-boyfriend's sisters came out and said that she frauded a whole bunch of people and took some money from some stimulus checks. I don't know if it's true or not. You have to take everything with a grain of salt, but the entertainment value is there.
I just still don't understand like why people are so fascinated with Ash Trevino.
Because
I
it's
have to
such
be
a
honest.
mess.
I have to be honest.
Honestly, it's the same thing as like Goral World and Amber Lynn and who's the other one, the big one?
Oh, Foodie Beauty.
Foodie Beauty. It's the same type of thing.
Amber
It's just
Lynn
a new
is
person.
bigger than Foodie Beauty. Did you know that?
Like, what do you mean with subscribers? Oh, no.
Fatter.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. I will never forget when Amberlynn Reed was sitting there and she tried to say that she wanted to order a salad and they sent the wrong food.
Oh, God.
My favorite clip.
That is kind of iconic, though. It's funny. But people aren't really laughing with her. They're laughing at her.
Oh, but she
it's
knows
the same
that.
thing with
She
Ash
knows that.
Trevino. I keep saying that, but she actually really thinks that
People
she's
show up at Ash
buying in the
Trevino's
hype,
house.
girl.
People show up outside of her house.
You wanna know how it smells? Ask Santos. He know it smell well. I got new.
That's actually what I was going to talk about in this video because people are now stopping by and leaving bean dip and Fritos and all that on her front doorstep. Now, this, even if
love
you
some
don't
bean
like
dip
somebody,
right now.
bean dip sounds really good.
So good.
But I've said this before with people like James Charles and David Dobrik. Even though you don't like those people, you should never really invade their personal space like that because that puts them in an awkward situation. It puts you in an awkward situation, and that's never going to be good. So the trolling videos are funny, but I think the people stopping and leaving things at her house really does need to like not happen.
Yeah.
But there is a bigger issue going on with Ash Trevino now. Apparently, her ex-husband that was the original inmate that she was talking to.
Okay.
That blew this whole thing up, that got people interested in her. I think his name is Isaiah. He is apparently in prison. I don't know for how long, but he's in there for murder. But in some ways, the way that Ash Trevino talks about him has people upset because he was not really a good person, but she portrays him that way. But apparently the daughter of the victim has since came out, and now she's telling her side of things and what actually happened and why this man is in prison and why he needs to stay there forever.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna say something short and quick. We don't need to go into the whole entire details, but I want to speak about the Ashley Trevino girl, whatever, and her whole little posse, and then about her man Isaiah, or ex-man, whatever the fuck he is. Don't care. But that is one of the persons that actually helped and killed my father. His name is Isaiah. And you guys are sitting here and like praising a man that murdered my father, a father of 7, and a whole wife that he freaking loves or loved. You see, Isaiah's sister gets to go to jail and visit him. I get to go visit my daddy under a freaking grave. Under the grave. That's where my daddy's at. And we're gonna sit here and praise a freaking murderer. And not only did they murder my dad, but they laughed about it. Oh yeah, he laughed about it. He drove while my dad was dead in the car. He was the one driving. Took my dad out, threw him in the ditches, and was like, oh, well, the coyotes can eat him. And that's why you're in jail forever, baby. You ain't coming out anytime soon. I don't think you know. I don't think you know. But you ain't coming out. You see, you helped murder a man that took care of his kids, that loved his kids, that was on the way back. And he was bringing us like chips and the yellow pack of the M&Ms. He used to always bring that for us because my dad owned a gas station. So every time he would come back, he would bring us something. We were waiting for him that night. We should have known something was up, you know. We're waiting. Him and my mom, that day, they went and they bought couches for our new, because we had moved to Plano. Him and my mom went and bought couches. Oh, my mom still has those couches. And matter of fact, my mom still has all his clothes hanging in the closet. His cologne, his suitcase, because that's what true love is. You don't get remarried when it comes down to true love. My mom's not remarried. She ain't focused on no man. She was only focused on her kids. And she's still focused on her kids, actually. So let's stop praising this man. And let's start calling out weird people on the line trying to get money for a murder. Y'all need to stop. Like, y'all weird for that. Ugh.
There's no way that this man should ever be portrayed in any kind of positive way. He's not a good person. In the way that Ash Trevino gets online and she kind of like makes it a cute thing to talk about. And she tries to make these inmates like a fantasy of hers is really, truly bizarre, and it should be studied. She's a weirdo for that.
I love that the daughter has like come forward and like actually told like what happened to her father, because that's bullshit that Ash Trevino's sitting there online trying to make it seem like he's a good person. In there for murder, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't feel like this mess with Ash Trevino is ever going to be over unless they take away her platforms for real, because she's going to end up doing something stupid, because apparently they're saying that she was on a live stream and she pulled out a rose. A rose, like a rose.
Oh.
Like, like the kind of rose you get from Adam and Eve.
I thought you were talking about the kind you get if you go to like the gas station.
Oh, she probably has one of those too, girl. She looks like a speedy gal, to be honest. Let's be for real.
Maybe.
And all that sniffing, like she needs to go see an allergist. I swear to God, she's always sniffing. And I don't mean like the app.
Might be cold.
Cold sores. But you guys, let me know what you think about this down below. This is actually a really sad update to Ash Trevino. She should not in any way, in my opinion, be trying to make this man seem like he's a good person. But really, honestly, it is kind of like a slap in the face to the victims.
But I'm glad that the victims have a voice and they called her out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad that they did that.
Oh, that video got a shit ton of views, too.
Good. I hope they continue to do it.
Yeah.
It is so messy.
It is messy.
It truly
it's so
is.
messy.
It truly is.
It's one of those things. It's like when you think you're at the end of it and maybe it'll end, here
just
comes a
keeps going.
whole mountain of shit. Like a whole boatload of bullshit you never imagined or could have ever dreamed of. But you guys, let me know what you think about this down below, because I know I have a lot of you interested in this story now. A lot of people are finding this. And for some reason, she continues to go viral. So I'm going to continue to talk about her as long as the mess continues.
She's like the new version of Shoddy Bae.
Oh,
remember Shoddy Bae was like huge, and now
her.
Shoddy Bae is like really struggling to like stay
she is
relevant.
not coming to my house.
Yeah.
So funny. It is kind of like the new Shoddy Bae. I feel like Ash Trevino may be bigger than Shoddy Bae. And I'm not just talking about her waist.
The Timu Ashley. I think her name was Jasmine something. Girl, I don't know. That girl's way bigger than me. It's not me.
But you guys, let me know what you think about all that down below. So Jaclyn Hill, it seems like she's been a little bit more active on socials lately. She came out with that, what collab was Beam?
She came out with Beam.
It didn't do too well.
As of today, I saw it when I was scrolling over on TikTok Shop. 97 units sold. Now, I have since we like talked about this, I think in like December is when we originally talked about this, there was like 70 something of them sold. So a few people have made videos over on TikTok pushing it, saying that it's a good product. but it's not moving.
But it seems like Jaclyn Hill is kind of ramping up, putting out things now. It seems like she might come back to YouTube. She always teases that she's going to come back and do all these different things in makeup, but she has yet to do that.
Well, she better think about coming back to YouTube sooner rather than later, because they tried to take TikTok away.
Yeah.
And who knows? It might happen again.
Yeah, you never know.
Might see Jeffree back over here too.
I'm the world's most hated person on earth, Jeffree Star. Hi.
You know what? I do think that we're going to start to see like Jeffree and all of them back over here on YouTube, because all of them do live streams except for Jaclyn. They're going to start doing the gift thing here on YouTube in the live stream. So you know they're going to be right over here.
Jeffree's gonna
all
be
those
recycling
scammers
right
are going to
over
be
here.
over here. Jason Nash is going to be over here as well.
Oh,
So-
no, Jason Nash isn't coming
Yeah.
back as long
You
as
don't
the
think?
vlogs. No, as long as that vlog squad's back and David Dobrik's going to let him be over there
Yeah.
and leech off of him, he's never going to go back to grifting.
People are
Not
very
on
upset.
TikTok, at least.
They're very upset they don't get to see him griffin anymore.
Anyway, you guys, we are kind of all over the place in this video, but Jaclyn Hill has came out and she's revealed that she has dyed her hair red. Now, if you follow Jaclyn Hill for any amount of time, if you remember the old video where she's talking about she'll never sell out, she was kind of really known for the red hair back in the
Yep.
day. That was a signature Jaclyn Hill thing.
That's how I originally got introduced to Jaclyn Hill, was when she had the red hair.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you.
It looks good.
Oh, yeah.
The red
No,
hair
she looks
great.
incredible. I'm going to give her flowers on that. Jaclyn Hill looks good. It's almost like she copy and pasted her face from that time period. It's
Well, she got rid of a lot of the filler.
So we talked about the good. Now we have to talk about the bad, I guess. So Jaclyn Hill is doing this thing, I guess, where she likes to rewrite history. She's done it several times. She'll do the trends with the sounds that include anything with like lipstick. We saw it with the Taylor Swift song.
She loves to bring up those lipsticks. but
Horrified
does not want
looks
anybody else to bring them
From
up.
everyone in the room. She's done it several times. And
Yeah.
it's kind of one of those things that Jaclyn Hill doesn't want other people to talk about, but
Yeah.
she talks about openly.
It's like James Charles with the Tati video.
Yeah.
He wants to make jokes, but nobody else.
Yeah, it's kind of like she gatekeeps it and she's the only one that can have the say in it.
Well, no.
I guess she does that because she thinks that maybe in some way she can control the narrative and take back her power, I guess. I don't know.
I think everybody knows everything they need to about the lipstick gate. So anything that she comes out and says now, they're just going to be like, girl, how many years out are we? Like, come on.
It's been a minute. But Jaclyn Hill actually responded to a TikTok with a TikTok.
The world is my oyster.
Talking about Jaclyn Hill and lipstick gate, so I wanted to bring it up and talk about it in a video. So this girl said, one thing I will never understand about the beauty community is that we canceled Jaclyn Hill for her defective lipsticks release in 2019, but now Rhode tells us to put their lipstick bombs in hot water to dissolve the grains, and we're okay with that.
So there was a lot more going on with Jaclyn Hill's lipsticks than just little grains
Yes.
that you would dissolve in some water. Jaclyn's had like,
We can't forget the
Particles,
fuzzies, okay?
fuzzies.
The fuzzies are definitely a big
wasn't
thing.
there mold?
I don't know if there was really mold. I don't know if we can technically say that for sure. There was allegedly mold, I guess we could say. Spores, whatever. But there was definitely contaminants in there. And Jaclyn Hill always said and always maintained that they were not contaminated. But that's just simply not true because by definition, if there is something in a product that is not supposed to be there, that is contamination. And she never admitted that. And when she does things like this, and I get she's just replying to things where people are talking about her, she's free to do that. But from my perspective, it's just bad form for her to do that because it does come across to me as her trying to kind of like rewrite history or try to downplay the actual seriousness of that situation. Because Jaclyn Hill staked her whole name on this brand for years and she never really did deliver. So I don't think it's something that should just be swept under the rug. I don't think it's something that she should laugh at because later stuff like this could come back and bite her in the ass.
So do you think that she's not a Hailey Bieber fan?
I don't know. I
She
couldn't
might
tell
not be.
if
You know, Jaclyn seems like she wouldn't be a Hailey Bieber fan. She'd be like Team Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
She'd like roll that way.
You want to know something else funny? I was scrolling through Jaclyn Hill's videos when I was watching all of this go down, and I noticed that Mikayla Nogueira commented on Jaclyn's TikTok, and it was not acknowledged. Really, there was no response comments. It had a few likes. I'm going to put the screenshot in here if I can remember. But Jaclyn was not moved by Mikayla. Maybe Jaclyn remembers that Mikayla used to leave her those hate comments on Instagram.
Yeah, maybe she has her muted so she can't like see it.
Imagine. That would be so funny.
Look, Jaclyn went back to the red hair. She's got the original face back. Mikayla should be worried.
Oh, you think another Supreme is rising? You
Supreme
think
might be
Jaclyn's
rising.
reclaiming
Jessica
her throne?
Lange might be coming back.
But of course, I want to know what you guys think about all this. What do you think about Jaclyn Hill and her new hair? I think it looks great. It suits her. It kind of looks like she rewinded time if you really want to know the truth. Let me know what you think about this situation with her playing into this TikTok because it does kind of like invalidate all the people that gave her feedback when she does things like this, in my opinion, and I just think it's bad form. And let me know what you think about Ash Trevino, because that is a hot ass mess but that I just can't look away from.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, and if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. And since we talked about lipstick gate in this video, leave me the germ or mold spore down below.
The green thing.
Yeah, the little green thing that looks like the Mucinex thing. But with that said, I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and we will see you all in my next video.
Bye.
Bye, guys.